Soul Simmers, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm gonna do a video that is quite important since my channel is relatively focused on mods and CC, and I realized I never did a video on how to find mods and CC whenever they break. And unfortunately, as probably you know when you're watching this video, mods break, and it's a pain. Especially when there is multiple Sims updates in a very short time period, your mods continue to break. And I want to show you guys today how you can find them, how you can organize your mods folder so it's a lot easier to find them, and basically just make sure that whenever an update comes out, you get all of your mods, all of your CC fixed and updated as soon as possible so you can get back to enjoy playing The Sims. So the first tip of today might be kind of an obvious one, but it is organize your mods folder. I cannot repeat this enough. If you don't have an organized mods folder, finding mods or CC that broke is going to be a pain in the ass. So make sure that you organize your mods folder because it's going to make it not like 10 times or 20 times more easy. No. It's going to make it like 70, 80, 90 times more easier to find mods or CC that broke. Make sure that you organize your mods. The organization system that I use is, since mods can only be one folder deep and CC can be 2 folders deep, I kind of use that to already create a split. So as you can see in my mods folder, all the way up here, I have custom content. If I click on that, I have folders that are called BB, which stands for build by CC. So then I have BB and then the name of the creator. That way, if something breaks, I can very easily find who made it and I should be able to replace it very easily. Then I have CAS, which stands for obviously create a sim. And then again, all of the names of the creators. And then I have some folders, I prefer to keep those split if possible, that are mixed. So CC creators that created packs that contain both build by and cast CC. So that is how I organize all of my CC. And then if you go into my basic mods folder, mods can only be 1 folder deep. So that's why I can only create 1 folder within my mods folder. By the way, if you want to have a very extensive video on this organization system, I'll link it in the cards up top and in the description down below, because I have made a video about a year ago already that explains this whole system in even more detail, and also how to set it up and where your mods folder should be, etc. To be honest, I still use this system, so even though the video is a year old, you can still completely use it and it should work just as well as it does now. But what I do for a mod is I make sure to give all of them a prefix. This is just to make sure that if there are any files like the XML injector, which you kind of need for some mods, which is technically also a mod, they cannot be in a folder, and I always want to make sure that they kind of move all the way to the bottom. And then again, most likely I am to use, this is for Kawaii Stacy, then Little Miss Sam. So if it is for a specific creator or there is a mod that is like very small, I tend to keep the creator name in. I also try, when it's necessary, keep version numbers. Also, by adding their name to it, it kind of bundles all of Little Miss Sam's mods in one place in my mod list, allowing me to drag them out easily if I need to. Organizing your mods folder allows you to very quickly find all of the files that you need to remove in case a certain mod breaks. So let's say with an update MCC breaks, I just very easily find MCC in this folder and I drag it out of the mods folder without actually risking any of my other mods or any of my CC, and also without risking missing certain files from MCC, because as you can see, MCC has a lot of files. There are a lot of script files, and if you just drop them in your mods folder, it's very easy to miss one, and then it's very hard to completely delete a mod from your mods folder in case it breaks. Then tip number 2 is basically just to know your information sources. Whenever there's an update, especially, a lot of creators actually tweet or post things on Facebook or on their website or on their blog or on their Patreon about if their mod or their CC broke. It is also a fantastic place to get into touch with other simmers who might be experiencing the same bugs. I wouldn't recommend spamming these platforms with all of the bugs that you're experiencing and seeing whoever can figure it out for you. But what I would recommend is signing up to Twitter, joining some Facebook groups, following some creators on Twitter, and actually keeping in the loop whenever there is an update. Just go to their page and see if they posted something about it. Because usually the creator is like the first one to notice that something broke, because they know whenever an update comes out, they have to test their mods. It is also a great place, let's say a creator is on vacation, that they can post that they won't be updating that mod for a while. Like Kawaii Stacy, they actually explained on Twitter that with the recent update, all of the base code for Slice of Life broke, so that it will take them a very long time to completely redo the mod. So So this is like one of those situations where it's extremely useful to be following a creator on socials because you will be the first one to know as well. And you can just take out that one folder that has Slice of Life in your organized mods folder and drag it out. And that way you can just continue to play your game without that one specific mod, without having to take out all of them. Then tip number 3 is kind of linked to knowing your info sources, but there are actually a couple of websites that are incredibly useful. So I'm going to link them in the description box down below so you will be able to find them as well. But that is the Sims discussion forum, which if you go to the page, you have this and you have like a shit ton of discussions, which is amazing, by the way, in case you want to read more about other Sims topics as well. This is a fantastic place to look. But every time that there is a update or a patch for The Sims, there is actually this person, Luthien Rising. I'm not sure if I say that correctly, but honestly, this person, thank you so much for doing all of this work. It's always the same person who does this, and it's such a lifesaver because they create a thread that basically lists all of the mods. So they state about like general things that broke. Like here you can see already all of the CC beds broke. This is a fantastic place to just firsthand, because this thread usually exists before the patch come out. So they already post things here. And then whenever something is updated or when you don't need something anymore or when something gets cleared, they actually cross it out. So they just keep a very long list of a lot of mods and a lot of information. Mods that become obsolete because of a certain patch that you don't need anymore, that you can just delete altogether. This is fantastic. Every single time there is a patch, this person creates this page on the discussion forum. It is just such a good place to look whenever something breaks in your game. Go here, scan through the list, see if there is any mods that you have on your list or that you have in your mods folder. See if it's in here. And if it is, see what the status is. That is one. The second one is actually Scarlet's Realm made a mod list, which is kind of similar, but then even for in-between updates. So not just when a patch comes out, but just in general. If you want to know, if let's say you see a YouTube video on a fantastic mod and you want to know if it's still updated or if you want to know if it's even still functional with the current patch, you can go to this Excel file that contains so many mods. It's an insanely long list. So chances are that the mod that you're looking for is on this list. And it actually shows who made it, what type of mod it is, if it's actually updated for the most recent patch, and if not, what was the last update that came out? Because sometimes Sims releases like a very small patch, and actually it works just fine with the most recent version of the game as well. This is a fantastic list. As you can see, it's a very long list. It goes on very, very, very long. So if you press Control F on your keyboard, it actually allows you to search in the sheet. So let's say that you're looking for MCC. Well, in this case, I think I have to type MC Command Center. There we go. So I have to use the full name. But MC Command Center, it's made by Deaderpool. It is a general mod. It was re-updated for the latest patch. And here you can also see the last known version. So if you use version numbers in your mods folder, you can actually check if you're using the most recent version. If you are, you're fine and good to go. If you're not, you can actually immediately update, because this link in the Excel actually links to the creators page as well. So it immediately links you to the right place to download this mod. This Excel file is honestly a lifesaver. Thank you so much. Like big shout out to Scarlet's Realm for the person who made this or the team that is keeping this updated, because this is such a lifesaver whenever something breaks in my game. I just check it here and it's so easy to just drag something out of my mods folder. So thank you so much. I'll make sure to link both of these websites down below so you can also find them. But I hope that they help you, because they have massively helped me in the past so far. Then another tip, if you are a Discord user, join creators' Discords. This is actually the way that I found out about the Scarlet's Realm Excel sheet and the discussion thread. Because Deaderpool, which is the creator of MC Command Center, like I mentioned earlier, actually has people in their server always updating you whenever something about MCC breaks, whenever a new update is out, whenever a big update for The Sims comes out, they always post these links. So it's like a quick and easy access. I don't even have those links saved. I just always go to their server and grab the links again. It's honestly fantastic. I'm also in the Sims After Dark, which is basically the support server for MCC. So if anything ever breaks, you can go there, and if you get any exceptions in your game, you can go there and ask for help. If you do this, please be polite, please be kind, and try to fix it yourself first. These people are all people that are doing this voluntarily. They're just trying to help out the community. Don't be rude, be very nice, because those people are just spending their time helping you fixing your game. So that's honestly absolutely amazing and wonderful. I'm also in Twisted Mexi's server and in Little Miss Sam because from those creators, I tend to use their mods all the time. So I want to stay updated. Also, if they're going to release new versions of the mod, if they're going to release new functionalities to the mod, I can see that in their Discords because they usually do announcements and stuff. So I can highly recommend joining their Discord because it's a fantastic place as well to stay updated about mod statuses. Then I can imagine that sometimes you have a patch come out, you try to do your research, and still something in your game is broken. Or a patch hasn't come out. The list of the Excel sheet or the list on the website actually says that your mod should be compatible, and it is still not. Your game is still experiencing issues and you don't know what's going on. This could be because of old CC, this could be because of conflicting mods. Sometimes you just don't know and your game just doesn't want to work. What do you do? I've been playing with mods for over 3 years now, and this is honestly the easiest method I have found so far to find broken mods. It doesn't require any tools, it doesn't require any programs, it just requires you to drag and drop your folders to your desktop. And it is called the 50-50% method. Basically what you want to do is you want to, as fast as possible, eliminate chunks of your mods folder that do not contain the problem. What I usually do, the easiest way, is just to start off by dragging all of your custom content out. You just drop it on your desktop. This is another reason why it's very handy if your mods folder is actually organized like this, because you just have to drag and drop one folder that contains all of your custom content. What you do now is you start up your game. If your game runs completely fine, you know it's a problem in your CC folder. You now know what the issue is. If your game doesn't run fine, what you do next is you select all of your mods. So what I usually do, because those are a lot of separate folders, so I actually go ahead and I create a new folder on my desktop. I just call it mods. I go in here, I select all of them, I drag them out. It's gonna take a while. Then I can actually put back the CC because, 50-50 method. So first one half, then the other half. So now we boot up the game with all of our CC. If that is working completely fine, then we know that our problem is in our mods folder. This way, you very, very, very quickly eliminate big chunks of your mods folder, like big amounts of folders that you don't individually have to test. However, sometimes it still happens that with CC and with mods, your game is glitching. Then you'll have to get a little bit more tedious and do the 50-50 method within those folders. So then you would have to go into your custom content and let's say, okay, I'm gonna drag out all of my build by custom content. Does the problem still occur? However, this way you can kind of first see in which 50% is my problem. So let's say that your game is working completely fine with all of the mods. Let me actually put them back in because I also need them later on today. Let's say you find out that your problem is with custom content. All of your mods are running fine, but it's actually something that broke in your CC folder. This happened with the most recent patch. All of the CC beds broke, so my Sims couldn't eat, which was very strange because the beds broke and for some reason they wouldn't use the fridge. I actually had to take out my entire custom content folder to fix that issue. But I found it really quickly because as soon as I took out my custom content, everything worked fine. There were no glitches anymore. So I knew it was my custom content folder. And then what you can do is you can open this folder and you can start to add 50% back. So you now know in which 50% is your issue. Then take 50%, put it back, start your game. If your game is working fine, in my case, I could put back all of my cast CC. No problems, fine. As soon as I put back in my build by CC, I knew the problem was there. Why is this so important? It gives you information to search on. In some cases, it will actually allow you to find the exact broken mod because you can repeat this process until you've narrowed it down to one mod. If you want to, it can take a lot of time. But in my case, I now knew that something in my build by CC was broken. So I went ahead, I opened Google and I said, hey Google, why is The Sims not working with build by CC? And that's how I found that all of the CC beds broke. So this is a very, very, very fast way to narrow down what might be broken in your game and help you find it more easily. If you don't have many mods, you can continue this process of taking 50% out, starting up the game, with that 50%, adding 50% back in, starting up your game. And whenever you find out that something's not working, it gives you information on what you can take out. This way, I very often am able to put a lot of my mods back in because I found out that they're not broken, and then just play the game without MCC and UI cheats because those two broke, but all of the other ones are fine. Then one last tip that I want to give today is troubleshooting. It sounds like a very boring task, but honestly, with the latest patch, when all of the CC beds broke, for me, I just troubleshooted in my game. I went in my game and I checked whatever happened when I traveled to a different lot. Could my sim sleep? Could my sim eat whenever I was on a different lot? The answer was yes. Then I figured, what is the difference between my current lot and the lot that I traveled to? And I realized the lot that I traveled to didn't use any CC. It still had all of my mods in, so I quite quickly figured out, without actually having to close my game, go into my mods folder, I figured out that it was most likely some sort of CC causing the issue. First, obviously, because it was an issue of the fridge, I deleted the fridge and replaced it with a normal one. The issue still occurred, so then I figured out, okay, it must be something else causing this. So that led me to Googling, and that led me to finding out that all CC beds broke. This was the same way back, I think it was with the Snowy Escape patch. That was my guess. All of the windows and the doors broke. Or maybe it was with the Batu patch, I don't remember, but like all of the doors and windows broke, so none of them worked. Like way earlier we had all of CC chairs that broke, none of them worked either. And actually just troubleshooting in my game, doing some gameplay, trying to write down what are the things that are going wrong, what are the things that I'm experiencing that my sim can do or cannot do, helped me narrow down really quickly what was the issue. And also with this, it's kind of like a bonus tip that I'm giving you here. If you have certain mods like MC Command Center, UI cheats, multiple cast columns, those mods almost always break whenever there's an update. So kind of know your big boy mods, kind of know which mods are most likely to break. I know that Better Build By usually breaks. I know that Tool usually breaks. Those are all kinds of mods that have very heavy script files in your game. So whenever something changes in the script because of an update of the game, these mods will break. So whenever there's an update, it's very safe to say that you can take all of those out. And even if they get cleared by the creator within a week, you're fine, and that's very nice, but just take them out beforehand because you know it's going to happen. With that, another bonus tip that just keep coming to me now. If you are updating your game and you are a heavy mod user, make sure to back up your save files. It's very easy to back up your save files. Let me show you. So if you have your Sims 4 folder on your computer, which is usually documents/electronic art/The Sims 4, if you installed The Sims at the regular place, this is also where you can find your mods folder. So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you know where that folder is. So if you're in your mods folder, just click on here, click on The Sims 4, and then you see a folder saves. All you have to do is drag this one to your desktop. Like, Ctrl-C, copy it, paste it on your desktop, and you've backed up your saves. That's it. It's that easy. So please make sure to do it before there's an update, because mods and updates, they don't always go hand in hand. They might break your game, and that way you at least have all of your save files safe and they don't go corrupted. This is also fantastic for whenever there's an update and there are bugs in the update, which we all know happens from time to time as well. So just back up your saves. Do this regularly anyways, especially if you're a heavy player that goes on like multiple generations and you don't want to lose all of that progress. Just back up your save files. It's so incredibly easy and such a waste if you don't do it. So basically the three main takeaways from today's video are: organize your mods folder and CC because organization is key in finding broken mods. Know the correct information sources. That can be Discord, Twitter, forums, but just make sure that you go to all the right places to find the information that you need. And trial and error. Don't be afraid to boot up your game, test something, close it down again, and test something again. It is okay to try and figure out on your own. It doesn't have to work right away. It sounds very overwhelming, but usually whenever a big update comes out, it takes me about 30 minutes to figure out what is broken, what works, what I can keep, and what I have to take out. 30 minutes, you guys, for over 50 mods. And I am not kidding if I say over 5 gigabytes of CC. And I only use Max's Match, which is like CC that is that small. So that says something about how much CC I have. So please take the time to back up your saves and check your mods folder before you boot up the game. And if you still boot up the game and something breaks, do your research, trial and error, and organize your mods folder. If this video was helpful to you, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you have any other tips for keeping your mods healthy and happy, please do let me know as well. I would absolutely love to learn from you guys if you have any more tips. If this video was helpful to you, also while you're down there, please toss it a big like. It really helps the video get to more people through the YouTube algorithm. If you want to see more videos like this, like my Let's Play on the channel, or other CC and mods videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys!